Go ahead.
Okay, guys in Belize, I've got your electrical system drawn on the board here. Battery, your start solenoid, your starter, your distributor, the coil, a resistor block, and your key switch and your push button switch, and your amp meter. So first thing happens from the battery. You got your big cable, goes all the way to the start solenoid. No new news there, I'm sure you know that. And then you got a wire that comes back from the start solenoid and it goes to the amp meter. From the amp meter, it goes to the key switch, and then from the key switch, it jumpers over to the push button. For the starter. So when you turn your key switch on, you turn your key switch on. That's all right. When you turn your key switch on, right here, and close that switch, power goes to a resistor block, which cuts the voltage down from 12 to about 5 or 6 volts. That puts 5 or 6 volts on the coil here. All right, and then you mash the push button, and that engages your start solenoid. Inside the start solenoid, you have the big set of contacts, which goes to the starter and fires up the starter, and that starts rotating the engine. You also have a small set of contacts in there, and so this green wire that goes to the start solenoid, also there's another wire that runs up here to the coil. And what that does is it gives that coil 12 volts when you've got this button push. That gives you a hotter spark. You got twice as hot a spark with 12 volts up here as you do with the 5 to 6 volts. Once you've got your engine started and you let go of your start button, of course this voltage drops off to nothing, and you got 6 volts on here, 5 to 6 volts on your coil. So one of the things that could be burning your points up is that you're running with 12 volts all the time. This thing, while I was down there, this guy right here is stuck on me. So if you run at 12 volts all the time, you can, what happens is all this runs hot out here. Your coil will run hot, and it'll quit sparking. It'll run 15, 20 minutes and stop. And then it'll burn up your points. So the other thing that could be burning up the points, I can't remember right here which way I wired this. There's 2 ways you can wire it. I can put my start button out here, or my key switch out here, and I could be hot to my start button all the time, which means now you'll be able to shut your engine off though. So that you might probably not wired this way. You're probably wired where your key switch has got to be on for your start button to do any good. So anyway, I just want to get us on the same sheet of music, and I thought this would help us. So be talking to you soon on the phone. There you go.